Hello, hello, mic check 1 2 1 2. Too Legit City on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Too Legit City here. Today we playing some of that Oxygen Not Included. Getting back into the flipped Mamba. Y'all know what it is. It is time for us to get back into the max difficulty of flipped Asteroid run. And of course, we're gonna be looking to check out the other planets today. Maybe get some uranium, but going to have to check out a lot of the nearby planetoids that we have. So that's going to be what we're going to be looking to do today. And of course, hope everyone's doing good in chat. K-Kun, I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. How was the days? How is the Thursdays? Hope you're doing good. But how you be, K-Kun? You can see Mamba just napping away. Alright. Everything looks good. There's nothing mixed. Magma is still spilling. Let's go. We're still clearing out the amount of magma right here. Gotta do what we gotta do. Got my natural gas plant set up. Working on connecting the hydrogen setup too. Nice. Ace cow. Does that mean you don't have a spawn yet? Yo, man, I gotta see. Hey, gonna lurk, still working. Gotcha, Slayer. Thank you so much, though, for the 10 months. Appreciate it, man. And of course, don't get fired. Hope you have a nice day at work, dude. Appreciate the support. Welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emote 20 times ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Finally getting a cool Steam industrial brick going. Nice. Don't make it too big. That's one of the biggest issues a lot of times. The bigger the box, the harder it is to have the temperature average out. Doing good here. Hubby got COVID again, but once again, I'm negative. Okay, man, try to stay good. Make sure hubby stays hydrated. That stuff is pretty crazy over there. Finally got my spawn going for 50 cycles ago. Don't have permanent solution for cooling O2 because no turbines yet. You could always look up the no steel, no plastic aquatuner setup. Above a Fed, I see you over there. Hope you're doing good. I have a design on the YouTube's Ace account where you could use a aquatuner without needing a steam turbine. Haha. But that's only if you really need to have one. That's pretty good though. Oh, we did the mining already. Okay. So we can't make the jump. So technically, I don't want to be submerged. Pretty close to turbines. Gotcha. Alright, so let me mine this. Because I don't want anyone to jump up the platforms and do the mining of the obsidian. That's what I want to avoid. Got a bunch of cold brine. I've been dumping my cool O2. Nice. That's usually good enough, to be honest. Usually don't have to do more than that. Alright, so we could drip in some more magma if we really need to. I want to have a larger spillway first, though. Some of the towns are getting hot, but I'm not too worried. Alright, so I believe we should be perfectly fine, right? Yeah. We have some growth food preserve for the guy inside. Alright, so we have plastic. Everything's all good. So we're gonna have him do some research really quick. And he has water. Yep. So looks to be all good. So we're gonna do some research right now since we have some food. Looks like a couple of the pips broke out. We gotta capture them. Any problem is if I put my turbine on top of abyssalite. It should be just as good as insulated tiles, theoretically. But there are... So I don't know how true this is because I've never really utilized it that well. But there's an issue where one thin abyssalite, so if you have abyssalite that's literally like you mine up the top, you mine up the bottom, you only have a layer of one tile thickness of abyssalite. It apparently does not stop heat transfer that well. it does not stop heat transfer that well. Now that's specifically if you go into the Abyssalite wiki and read it. That's what it says. I've never actually utilized it because I typically go for insulated tiles all the time. So I don't know. You could check that out too if you don't believe me, but it's on the wiki that they describe it like that. I don't know what it is though, man. It's kind of weird. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. Alright, so we're still removing water via... Oh, look at that. 3,000 kilograms. This is slick, dude. We have a lot of water. And we get to remove it from the steam, which means my hydrogen's a little bit lower temperature. That's really good. I think what we should do is use this room right here for a another reservoir. Keep it in a vacuum. And then just use it as a reservoir like this. Because the pipeline's right here. We could easily just have the pipeline go in and out. So that we could just have another storage stockpile for the cool steam vent water. That wouldn't be bad. At the same time, the space is not really being utilized. So I'm thinking about doing that. Food has decayed? That's not here, right? Gotta make sure food is not decayed. Okay, I don't think food is decayed. Alright, they're just grabbing farming material, so it's the sulfur for here. I think I need to start moving that. So we have a sulfur line right here. I think it's time to pull it into the receptacles. Okay, so I think what makes sense is this. We just run it in the line. And then something like this, maybe? And then I need a way to go from here to here. And then I would connect this to this line. Dude, this is mad spaghetti, man. Nope, it does not. Last time I've had hot area over my oil biome, I only had one layer of Abyssalite, had to change it. Hello, Leo Far, what's good? So yeah, Bubba Fett seems to have the experience with the one thin layer of Abyssalite. Apparently, you need minimum 2 thickness to prevent the transfer of heat that well. So if you ever get a one thin layer of Abyssalite, it's a bad time. Bubba Fett helped us confirm. Thank you, thank you. Leo Far, hope you're doing well. We're going to be adding on this conveyor row really quick. You know what I want to do? I want to clean this up from all the tiles here. Like, this is honestly kind of jank. So let's actually just try to remove this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can climb up that way. Yeah, it's remove a lot of these tiles. I am doing well. Hope you are too. We are, honestly, it's a Thursdays, man. You guys ever get that feeling that you wish there was more time in the world? Like day to day, I wish there was more time. That's kind of how I feel. Cause I'd be working on the YouTube videos, and I'm just like, man, where does the time go, man? Outside of that, it's not doing too bad. I can't complain. Relatable, it'd be like that sometimes. Alright, so I think we have to do this. And then I just need to get a rail now from the sulfur line down to here. I could go through this area. Wouldn't be too bad. Just come straight down. Go through this way. Looks like I would mine out these tiles first, though. And then that's these things I gotta remove. I think a lot of these things I don't really mind too much, though. I could move this water tank thing. There's no water actually in the reservoir, so it's not too bad. And then the deodorizers don't need to be there. Because we don't have any polluted oxygen over here anymore. Oh, I could just break this open. So the polluted oxygen gets cleaned out. Let's go. Relatable. Yeah, man. It'd be like that sometimes. It's tough, man. There's like no time for anything. Just doing the YouTubes, making videos, making content, rendering my VOD to upload. Doing all that is so much time. And then I don't get time to go on Twitch. To go to people's channels and say what's up. And then it's like, it's tough. I just get to pop in really quick. And then it's like, I can't have them on because my PC can't render. It's stupid, man. When I'm rendering a video, like I have to cut it up and then republish it so that I could have a shorter video. I can't do anything on my PC. It's like, I've tried literally having Twitch on, lurking in the background, and I would watch like one of those channels, and then randomly my PC would freeze and my video editing software would literally just get corrupted. And the worst part about that is that there's no autosave feature, and I have to start over the entire video editing because it's like I would have to look up to the exact frame by frame to cut the new video. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna redo this from the beginning and just piece this piece by piece as a new set. Because it's like looking for where the last video cuts off and then starting the new video like that. It's a hassle, man. So at that point, I just don't watch anyone and I just have my computer running while I do something else. Like I'm usually cleaning, scooping Mamba's poop, cleaning his food bowl, stuff like that, vacuuming, like you name it, man. I'm dusting my room, things like that. It's man, it's like, what can you do? I'm doing laundry, changing my sheets. Yo, man, I'm changing my sheets very often now, man. Every time I'm rendering, hey, man, I might as well change the sheets. Might as well, man. I'm sitting here giving Mamba's head rubs. Yeah, I need a new PC, man. Not a new PC, a second PC to do rendering. Dude, that's honestly, I think I'm more the lines of a need a restart button for today, lol. Dude, what would you rather have? Would you rather have more time in the day or have a Super Mario style redo the level with the lives? You know what I'm talking about? You know how when Super Mario you lose on a level, you start at the beginning? No checkpoints. But it's a butterfly effect. So something as simple as, you know, you're going back in time and you know everything that happens, but butterfly effect, it doesn't happen if you do something different. So let's say that you find out GME hits the moon, right? And you should have bought some stock. And then you actually buy the stock and then it doesn't hit the moon anymore. That could happen. Not that it will, but you know, I'm just saying that anything that you know will happen isn't going to happen exactly because you might change the actions that you take. And you don't know how you kind of, you know, snowballed that into that other event happening, but it does get to that some point. The butterfly effect, right? Which one would you rather have? More time or the Super Mario style, get the extra life, Groundhog's Day, start over the day kind of a deal? It's hard, man. I would say it's kind of hard. Because even if you keep the intelligence, does it even matter? And then at that point, there's an anime that's like that, where a guy dies, but then he starts back at like a checkpoint, and he keeps his intelligence. And then he goes mentally insane because it's like, this is not reality. He's like, dude, this just happened, man. I died. I felt the stab. And then I closed my eyes and I blacked out. And then he wakes up and it's like, oh my god, I know what's gonna happen. And then he goes through similar actions and it doesn't happen. He's like, wait, I'm at the same bar that I got stabbed in, but this time I survived. And it's crazy, man. Goes through all this mental gymnastics, man, just to make sense of the world. Bro, I thought I would be the new Roaring Kitty when you said I buy GME. Dude, man, who knows? I'm just saying, man, sometimes it might not work out exactly the way you think it does. Alright, so we got this built. This is actually here, so I need to get this in now. So we will get this rail. I want to say this is fine for me to go straight through. Alright, so it's going to be about the same. I'm going to do a jank strat. We're going to go like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like that. Oh, that's mad jank, dude. Super, super random rail. Longer day then. I'd rather not disappoint myself when the outcome is suddenly different. But you gotta start over. He's like, oh man, I really shouldn't have bought GME. And then when you don't buy it, it rises up again. And you're like, oh, I should have bought GME. It's the vicious cycle, man. It's the vicious cycle. Not that it's gonna be like that, but it can be. Alright, we're going to move the rock crusher to here so that we could just use this hydrogen line, just because I have a lot of hydrogen right now, so I might as well. And I need to move this, and I kind of want to get rid of the coal gen power. Not that I want to stop using coal, but this is kind of pointless right now. It's not tied to anything. This pump, that pump, and these deodorizers, that's it. So we're going to try to get rid of that. Hydrogen here with the polluted oxygen. I will do something jank like this, so the gases kind of float out. That way we could potentially clean that up. Deodorizer needs to be there, so we're gonna do these two as airflow. That way the deodorizer gets to clean this out and everything here. And then we're going to have to deconstruct the rock crusher. We don't need it right now anyways. This could stay there because this is the proper platform that we're going to build out. And then on this side, I need to remove this. We're going to need this tile to get to the bottom still. Or I could just build a ladder here, I think. I wouldn't mind that. Alright, so... Oh no, not the flooding. Wait, I'm flooding. I'm flooding, boys. No worries, it's gonna be okay. It's just a flood. Everything's gonna be alright. Alright, we're gonna try to mine this out because we honestly should. These are solids. We're gonna create space for the water to push down, and because there's less water... Oh no! Okay, I held down the dig button and nothing happens. It's holding thermal energy. So because it's holding thermal energy, if I mine this out, everything's gonna melt faster. That's gonna be the goal. That's gonna be the goal. We're just gonna melt everything, boys. Let's go. Alright, we get to leave. Alright, so the top part's probably gonna be the last thing to melt because all the energy we're generating is at the bottom. It just melted ice. Wait, did I flood somewhere? Did I flood somewhere accidentally? Wait, here we go. Ooh, look, take the muck root. Would it be bad? This guy's pure rancher, I don't want that. Ranching rocketry, I don't like that combo. The ranching does not help the rocketry. The digging does, though, with the rocketry. Uncultured's pretty good. Not a fan of the small bladder, though. And I think we don't really need the muck root. We'll just take the dirt. That's something we're kind of need right now anyways. I don't know how we're generating dirt now. but it'd be like that sometimes. Alright, we just need that last tile there. Wow, dude, this was built fast, dude. My goodness. This was some speed. Like, what's going on here? And we have a lot of sulfur there now. So that should be okay. Alright, so I think I need to move the sulfur close by to here. For now, though, we'll just move it into the bins, the receptacles right here, so that the sweepers could pull from them, and then start sweeping it to the farm, so that the farmers don't have to supply the things with that. Making any dirt from mud? I am not. I barely have any. I could get like 300 kilograms of water from this. Something like that? I'm not even sure the math. I see a spell more. Thank you for the lurks. So, yeah, we technically could, but we're not really. Right now, we're just getting water from the cool steam vents. It's doing alright. Oh, dirt from mud, not water from mud. My bad. Yeah, so far it's not really from that. I think it's from polluted dirt and composting. And we're not. Oh, you know what we were doing? I was composting my mealwood seeds. Oh, I completely forgot. I was composting my mealwood seeds. I am out of mealwood seeds. Yay. Okay, so, I mean, no, this is compostable. We have 115 still. Yeah. So look at this. 1,000 grubfruit seeds. All right, so we're going to start composting the grubfruit seeds because we can. So I am gonna put in here rot piles. No rot pile. I have another one for that already. So this is going to be grubfruit seeds. So we could start composting the extra seeds. So we're always gonna get seeds because we have plants already, and they're always just gonna lay the grubfruit plants. So it's gonna be not too bad. But I forgot I composted 1,000 mealwood seeds. And I think that's what's helping us out. Love the dig bill with decreased digging. Dude, that stuff, man. That stuff makes me wonder, why do they even like to dig when they're bad at it? You know the saying, man. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Really do be like that, though, sometimes. Gonna have to remove the ceiling. Gonna have to have the proper flooring. And then we have water, so we're fine. Alright, so we have a guy up in the rockets. He's chilling, he's chilling. I want to make sure he eats all the food first before anything bad happens. Because that way he could eat all the food that's on a lower percentage. That's gonna be the strats. It makes sense. I like to draw, but I'm terrible at it. That kind of resonates within me, because I can't draw either, but I'm kind of jealous. I feel that, man. I feel that. I can't draw, man. They don't think be like it is, but it do. What's going on, Killer Renee? How are you? I see you over there. What's good, Killer Renee? How's your Thursdays? We need that to be emptied. No one's doing that right now. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to do was move my hatches. And there's a couple of eggs here still. That's fine. We'll move those soon. This Sweeto has to die. We'll let him starve. Oh yeah, another thing is I have to move the eggs from here. I forgot about that. So this should be fine. We move that there. This goes here. And then this just connects into it like that. You're thirsty? Drink some water, fam. Water's good for you. And then I could get rid of everything here, I think. Get rid of the critter drop setup. And then right here we have water. 1,000 grams. That's a lot. I think I need to just mine this out. I need to get the water, man. There's also water there, but, you know, not gonna worry about that too much. Alright, got some things to do inside the magma pool still. We still gotta condense the magma. You guys know how it is. Gotta pour it into the pool. Still got some more to release. Autosave. Alright, so I'm gonna brave boy this really quick. I should be able to do this. Aw, came out. That's fine. So we're gonna allow the magma to spill in really quick. We created a little bit of space, so we can't mine that. Nice, so I can mine this now. Hopefully, this means that they're not gonna jump down to mine that. I need to watch that. Meal lice is decaying. Alright, so that probably means I need to remove these 2 plants. Because technically we have 10 plants. How are you starving, buddy? Technically we have 10 plants and only 8 Drekos. Oh, there's 9 Drekos? Okay, one of these guys gotta die. Feels bad. I have 1 too many Drekos. So I think we need to be at exactly 8 mealwood, due to the fact that that's technically the ratio. Yeah, they're 1-to-1, so I need to rebalance that. That's why I'm getting rotting meal lice. That's why I'm getting rotting meal lice every so often. So I'm just going to rebalance that by just uprooting the meal width on the corners. I got a problem with my puff ranch. I need plastic. Already building your Draco ranch, but it's going to take some time till I get plastic. That's true. That is true. Why do you need plastic, Killer Renee? What do you need in your build that requires it? Okay, so we got that. So technically, I want to mine these tiles right there if possible. Allow this to continue spilling. Alright, so this no longer needs a pitcher pump. Oh, you need the rail sensors. That's right, you can't check the type of egg, right? That's the problem. You can't check the type of egg that you're actually utilizing. Have no more points of interest or geysers I can now analyze. Oh, it feels bad. So you need the plastic for databanks. Ooh. Analyzing geysers. I hear a Mamba meowing. No, that was a pip. So you have to analyze geysers or go into a orbital research lab, huh? Technically, you could also build a mini pod and then hit inspect, and then you get a data bank from that as well. I don't know if that's a cheese strat, but you get exactly 1 data bank from that. Get exactly 1, and you just build, deconstruct, build, deconstruct. Does that work, dude? That'd be huge cheese, no plastic necessary. Someone's dying. Steph, please. Alright, we're gonna cancel this. So Steph, you could leave. Steph, man, you gotta stop getting burned. Gotta close the door. The magma spilled in. I thought you can't decon the... You can't? Oh, you can't? Can you melt it? Yeah, you can melt it. Looks like I can... And you can't melt databanks because they're genetic ooze. Hey, let's go! Just build mini pods inside the magma. Have it get inspected. Drop the data pack. And let it melt. Keep rebuilding it. Got some high level, no plastic strats. Who we killing, Scarlet Man? Yeah, I can't because for natural gas, I don't have the liquid for the airlog. And for the volcanoes, don't have stuff to tame them. Oh, gotcha. So it looks like you need to tech up right now, huh? Tough times, tough times. Sometimes you gotta tech up. Oh, the Draco's dying. Oh, he attacked him. Oh, look at the meats. Only got to do that a couple thousand times. I mean, if you have every dupe building... Actually, you can't, huh? You only build one mini pond at a time. Feels bad. What if you use the lag strat? Limit 1 per planetoid. Yeah, there's probably something that stops it. I was thinking about using the lag strat, man. That probably could have worked. Alright, so we mine this out without getting stuck. So the next thing is these. I could actually reach that, but not this tile. So we could stand on the ladders to mine that. That's what I'm hoping for. And then over here, we're going to have to mine out some obsidian. I think we could mine this and hope no one gets stuck. If anything, we could build out obsidian ladder. Okay, so we move the rock crusher. We could crush some eggshells, because why not? And then this is not operating right now, right? Alright, we're going to remove all the power wires from here. We're also going to remove the coal gen. And then the deodorizers. And then the smart battery. And then the automation cables. And then we will remove the bottom pump set. I don't think that's going to be necessary anymore. So that's going to be liquid pipes. And this pump. The map gen in this game kills me, lol. I have 3 sulfur geysers on my second map, 2 tiles away from one another. Oh, dude, you could pour that in and make 1 mega tamer, dude. That's kind of pog. I've heard Cthulhu had the setup where he had a volcano from a liquid metal, and right below it was a cool slush geyser. So he literally had the chance to just drip it in from a geyser to another geyser. That was you, right, Cthulhu? I think I saw a screenshot or something. And it's like, dude, the natural tamer, man. Like, not even mad. 1, 2, 3. I could mine all of this, actually. We'll take that. And then we will take the ladder. The desalinator would get me salt, right? I can make salt into sand. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The desalinator will get you salt, but it takes you a while. You have to go through a lot of salt first. I don't think I made a setup like that before. I think I saw a screenshot of... I don't think you made the setup, but I think you said you had that geyser positioning in one of your screenshots. That you just literally had that. I might be misremembering it though. But I think that was you, man. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Once I built the gold volcano tamer that had liquid gold drip into mesh towels and get into gold into the steam room below the volcano. Well, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. That does work. That does work. And the problem with that, though, is that... I mean, with gold, it's fine. Because you have almost, like, no thermal energy tied to the gold itself. But if it was another metal, you run the chance of having too hot steam. Like, the steam eventually gets too hot. That's kind of the only thing you run into problems with. But if you don't get that, and a lot of the times with gold, you don't reach that height of a temperature, you run into overheating your turbine. Not that the turbine doesn't work, but you don't want to be above 200 degrees. It starts becoming, like, inefficient. Your turbine gets so much thermal energy placed on it for no additional power. Alright, so I will have to connect this. Easy does it. And then we're going to disconnect the conveyor chute. Shouldn't be too bad. And then that should mean that the sulfur should be going into our receptacle, so we should have an easier time setting that up. Alright, this part, pipe this block, that's fine. Lone Coin, what is good? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. We're going to run these tiles across. Might as well do that one as well. And then I think I could mine... Oh wait, I can't do that. Because we can't get to here. That might mean that I might want some ladders here. Temporary. TM. Temporary ladder setup. Alright, so that's closed. No one's stuck on this. So I should be able to build a ladder there. And then hopefully this should allow me to just very easily mine out more of the obsidian. I'll probably do this layer first before mining out that chunk right there. And then I do want that because we're able to mine this out. I do want to get rid of these two little pieces though. I'm also thinking of whether or not I should add insulated tiles right here, so that we could mine it low and have the magma spill out. Don't know if I should though. Don't know if I should. How you doing today though, Lone Coin? How's the Thursdays? Hope you're doing well. It's actually not Mamba yet. So we're running the cold liquid from here to loop through the base, and it's cooling pretty well. I can't complain. It's cooling pretty well. You can see this pipeline right here that's looping the water. It's doing a good job. Doing a good job. I think I may have to move my hydrogen though. That's one thing I'm thinking about. This hydrogen line on the left side is kind of useless. Ghost Rider coming in with the lurk. Appreciate that, Ghost Rider. Hope you have a nice Thursdays. Appreciate the lurk. Playing some Onis. Nice, nice. Hopefully you're having a nice times with that, Lone Coin. What part of the game are you at, if you don't mind me asking? So I do want to get these tiles here, and then deconstruct this one. Yeah. We have no plumbers right now, huh? And how is my man outside? He's yodeling. Wow, he's that happy, huh? He has no bed in here, but he's happy enough to be yodeling. That seems legit, dude. Data banks on forever, making my research easy money. Alright, so he's doing his thing, having a nice time. Swamping Metallic Cluster, just getting into the mid-game. Oh, is that the cold swamp? That's the cold swamp, right? Cold swamp map's pretty legit. I think I was playing on that right before this one. I think. I might be wrong. Alright, now from here, we'll mine these two. I don't think it matters though. Yo, he's eating the data banks. Was he really? See, that's why we need you up here, Cthulhu. You wouldn't be eating the data banks. Oh, he got food poisoning? Oh, he's not washing his hands. I forget he's not washing his hands. So he's getting food poisoning because of that. Yo, man, my bad. My bad, Silent One. We didn't give you any sinks inside. The man didn't get to wash his hands. This should be okay. Alright, so we have this ladder here, so we're able to traverse. We'll keep that tile there, just so we go to the bottom. Oh, the sulfur's coming. Aw, sweet. That means we could have this be automatically delivered over here. Good stuff. And then what I should have is a chute, where after everything is done, we have it overflow somewhere so that it's easy to grab for this. I'll probably keep it like this for now. And then we will have the... Oh, we could have the chute here. Oh, that's amazing. So it would be a simple setup like this. I think we'll do it here. And then we'll run the setup like so. So that if it backs up to this point, it should start overflowing. That's what I'm thinking. This should be pretty simple to make though. It wouldn't really hurt us that bad. Oh, look at this guy, man. Curative tablets, we have a stockpile. So this guy's in a rocketry. This guy's a slow learner, and then he's a decorator. Yeah, I don't like this guy. This guy right here. Building, cooking, not bad. Decrease decor morale, that kind of sucks. Build, dig, okay. Irritable bowels, decrease medicine, green thumb. This guy is all around okay at best. So I'm going to take the curative tablets. Try to do an all achievement run that failed the carnivore. Pups are hard to set up early game, and my Paku couldn't quite keep up. But the map's decent, so I'm gonna push forward. Oh, feels bad that you didn't get a carnivore, man. But yeah, carnivore is usually their make or break for a colony in the beginning. A lot of people probably have to reset runs because of carnivore. At the same time, I don't know if this is weird. Like, when carnivore is the only thing you could fail, it feels like we need some more achievements that's a little bit more difficult. Carnivore is an achievement, if you didn't know. Hello Dusk. So when you're doing an all achievement run, nice. When you're doing an all achievement run, the only 3 achievements you could fail are exactly these 3. Carnivore, Locavore, and Super Sustainable. Carnivore requires you to have eaten 400,000 kcals of any meat-based product. So when a critter dies to get meat, you can cook that into barbecue. Eating either or meat or barbecue would work. So it would be animal meat of any kind, so seafood would fall into that category. You could keep cooking the food. Now, after that, there's also locavore, which means you can't build any farming plots. No farm tiles. So the easiest thing to do both of these is to do both of them at the same time by just not building any farms and only eating meat, because it's the same amount of calories. And then you also start up with some like nutrient bars, so you get a little bit of a buffer. Now, the only reason why you could fail is because you only have 100 cycles to do this. First 100 cycles is Meat Eater's RS. And then after that, you have Super Sustainable. You have to use green energy. You can't use any of the generators that have a byproduct of CO2. So that's the thing. All 3 of these generators right here, wood burner, petroleum, natural gas, and coal gen, they all produce CO2. And the ones that are not listed here are steam turbine, solar panel, and of course hydrogen generator. These are green energy because there's no byproduct with this. And also the manual gen. So if you do all 3 of those in the beginning, you're usually set because it's just a matter of time to do the rest of the achievements. But yeah, that's carnivore. It's the biggest pitfall for a lot of players doing that type of run. Before Spaced Out, I've heard of people unknowingly failing locavore because there's a wild pit planted a seed in that point of interest at its hydroponic tiles. Yes, that happens. And not only that, if you go to the second planet, deep fried peanut butter, sometimes you might have a coal gen in one of these rooms. I don't think I have one. But if you find a room with a coal gen and your duplicates supply coal to that generator because, you know, you naturally do it, you also fail the achievement. There's a lot of ways you could randomly fail it, but that's part of it, man. It's kind of wild. Go for Paku as early as possible. Have access to pups works for me. I mean, yeah. It's possible. It's just timing. Maybe it's also a little bit of luck. Because for me, what happened was I ranch Pakus, and my Pakus glitched out. They stopped eating from the feeder. And then when that happened, I was not able to have them be ranched properly. It's one of those things, man. You hate to see it. Alright, so we're going to stop collecting the grubfruit seeds. And that's because we have 1,000 grubfruit seeds here. And we're going to start composting this. And then we're going to get some more dirt. Because, man, we could compost seeds for dirt. Let's go. Gotta do it, gotta do it. But yeah, my Pakus glitched out when I was doing the all achievement run. And then I was like, alright, I'm just going to live off of Sweetos. It is what it is. How many calories do you have over here, buddy? 6K. Alright, we'll let him finish his food first. 65%. Oh, he has some on the floor, dude? Come on, man. You gotta put that in the fridge. Gotta take a dump. We'll let him do his thing. Alright, no one's stuck. And we got this. I can mine this now. 1, 2. I can't really mine that. And then I can't mine that. A little bit's accumulating. It's not bad. And then from this part, we could go like this. I hope no one gets stuck. Let's just do this for now. The left 2 sides right there. I was within a few kcals. Oof, that's tough, man. That's tough. When you're right there and you barely don't get it, that's a tough feeling. Oh, so this is ready, right? So, rail. So the setup for this is going to be like this. We cut this line, and then we go that way. So all the sulfur here now will overflow into our storage. This is our 1 tile storage. And then that way we would always just keep this line topped off so that the receptacles always have sulfur. And then hopefully this means that the sweepers are doing the fertilization. Yeah, bottomless stomach helps out too. Well, no, I go for binge eaters. Just put a dupe in water so that he gets sopping wet and soggy feet, and then give him popped eardrums, and he's gonna get stressed out. And then all you have to do is make sure he has meat to eat, and he's gonna eat 10,000 calories. That used to be the speedrun strat. That used to be the speedrun strat, man. I'm not even kidding. Stress out a couple of duplicants that have binge eating as a stress reaction, and then that allows you to instantly eat 10,000 calories in that one cycle, because binge eating counts. And then you have to make sure he eats the right type of food, which is, you know, meats or barbecue. Roughly worked it out. I need to have 16 adult hatches before cycle 50 to get the calories for the remaining 50 with a drowning chamber. Oh yeah. You know what makes that even faster? If you have cuddle pips. I don't think you would ever start out with cuddle pips, man. If you do, that would help out a lot because of the natural incubation rate stack. That'd be pretty sweet. Food is decay. Okay, so meal and ice is still decaying. So we uprooted these two in hopes that this balances out and we stop getting rotten meal ice. That's what I'm hoping for right now. Okay, so this got removed. Let's go. We can remove the pipe now. Fluffy Mamba. Mom's the best, baby. The little kitty cat's just sleeping right now in bed. It's hard to tell, but you're looking at his feet right now. Those little dots are his paw pads. Yo, deep fried peanut butter. We found someone with your exact same name. We found someone with your exact same name, dude. His name is Fried PB&J. His name is Fried PB&J. That stuff is funny, man. And I was talking to him about you. I'm like, dude, is that you? Deep fried peanut butter? It's like, no, man. What do you mean? I'm new here. I was like, oh, there's another guy in the colony, and his name is Fried PB&J. I mean, no, his name is Deep Fried Peanut Butter. I was talking about you. And he's like, oh, man, where's he? I want to meet him. I was like, oh, I think he's sleeping. Because it was at the end of my stream that he popped in. So that was, you know, in like 5 hours. I'm like, yeah, I think Deep Fried Peanut Butter's asleep. I think he's asleep, man. You know how it would be, man. Maybe one day I'll get to meet him, dude. So now I gotta ask, is there like a cult or something that involves deep fried peanut butter? Like, what's the news story over there, man? It's true, I sleep a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. Sleeping is nice. Nothing wrong with sleeping. Sleeping's pretty cool. Alright, so we mine that. I want to be able to mine this. And then I need to get this here to mine this tile. You're starving? Oh, that's fine. I guess that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so I don't think I need a sweep. But in case I do, I'll sweep that area. And then this right here is all solid tiles. I'll leave that open, put that there. We'll have to mine this out and then deconstruct the airflow. Deconstruct that tile as well. And also get rid of that, at least for now. I should probably get rid of the water in the tanks. It's just totally natural worship of peanut butter because it's pure qualities. Totally not a cult. Stop asking questions. I will say though that I don't eat a lot of candy or sweets. But when it comes to candy or sweets, one of my favorites are Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups. That's up there in my tier list of chocolates and sweets. Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups, man. Something about it. It's just delicious. How do you guys feel about that in chat? Those baby pips are not walking around now. Okay, they're not. Nice, nice. Sweep the Abyssal, and then I might want to open the doors. I can't buy peanut butter chocolate candy because I won't stop eating it. I feel that, man. At least you're responsible. At least you're responsible. Like, you know that's what it is. You know that's your weakness, and so you avoid it. That's good, man. That's good. A lot of people would just go, hey, man, I'm gonna buy some more. You know how it would be, man. They're like, oh, man, that stuff is delicious. I gotta get some more of this. Alright, so we're gonna need to crack into the obsidian soon. We need that tile. We need this to start the spillage. And then we can mine these two and do a better spillage. Alright, so this is ready. Let's make a new meme rocket. So the new meme rocket is going to be a CO2 rocket that allows us to do rover stuff. Because we need to do rover stuff. So it's going to be Spacefarer at the bottom. And then we're going to need a rover. I think we're just going to use a regular rover. Do I not have the regular rover tack? Oh, I don't? I only have Trailblazer? I didn't think that's possible. I could get what? I don't have the regular. I need to make the regular rover. Okay, never mind. We'll build the Spacefarer module first. Oh, man. I do, however, have a comically large jar of peanut butter next to my bed for bedtime snacks. I see you over there, man. I see you over there. I used to have a roommate that every time before he goes to the gym, he takes a spoon and scoops out a spoonful of peanut butter. And then in the center of the peanut butter, he makes like a little groove or a hole in it, and he fills it up with honey. And then he just eats that as he heads out to go to the gym. And he claims that he gets a lot of energy for his workouts. I don't know if any of that is like a thing. I just know he does it. Spoonful of peanut butter with some honey in the middle. That's his like that's his jam right there, man. Alright, Silent One's starting to starve. You got food still, buddy. Stop complaining. Got 6,000 calories, man. Go finish the grapefruit preserves. You get to catch your breath. He got it, he got it. Not a bad strat. Instant sugar with the fat and the peanut butter to buffer it. Yo, man. College level strats. I have some chocolate peanut butter overload ice cream right now. Stop trying to tempt the homie. Deep fried peanut butter, man. He sees you over there. He sees you over there trying to tempt him into buying some more sweets. Look at him panic. Hi, what's going on? Michael? Is that Michael? Am I saying that right? Hello, hello, welcome on in. I see that you're a first-time chatter, man. Let me know if you have any questions. And dude, hope you're a fan of the oxygen not included. It's so good. Dude, the temptations are off the charts. I'm actually gonna deconstruct all of that. Hi, what's going on? Charmich, how are you? How are you? Welcome on in. So I pronounced that right? It's Michael? I hope I say the names correctly. I just want to make sure. A little bit worried about that from time to time. Welcome on in, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about the game. If you guys do play the game and need some help, dude, ask away. I'll be happy to help as well. But right now, we are on our max difficulty run. We're doing a little bit of maintenance. I'm trying to empty out some more of the magma from this area so that we could spill it out into our storage tile. 2.7 million at the moment. We're gonna try to get to 3 million. And then we're gonna do some space stuff today. We have one of the rockets out here. I want to check out the other planetoids that's part of the cluster. You want ice cream so bad? Ice cream is delicious, man. Let me tell you what, I'm lactose intolerant. And I still love ice cream. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ice cream is delicious. I'm on cycle 996. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. I got it right. Good stuff. I'm happy, man. Always lucky as a streamer. Are you playing on the Spaced Out DLC, Charmich? Oh, you're on the base game. What kind of run are you doing? And we're also trying to melt out this area right now. All the ice. We want the water. I probably should start pumping out the liquids out. I really should. Yeah. I really should. Just a normal tarot run. Gotcha. I should pump out the water and put it in some reservoirs outside. That way I can remove the water from the area at the same time. That could be a thing. I should probably think about doing that. Because one of the things is I want to melt it, but I want to move the liquids out too once I'm done. So that I could use it as building space. Ice cream is delicious, dude. Seeing if I can survive. I mean, if you survive cycle 996, I think you're doing a pretty good job. Let's be honest here, man. You're doing pretty good, probably. Looks like you're having a nice times. This is not hitting 5K. That's kind of good. Oh, it hit 5K. And it's not condensing fast enough. Okay, that's maybe my bad. Alright, so we're going to put some reservoirs out here just to move out the water. Make that out of copper. We'll have it over here. Just 3. 15 tons is not a lot. We remove that wall nice. And I want to sweep this. There is the pip eggs right here. Alright, they're about to hatch. We'll let them hatch and then we'll wrangle them. Should be okay. Oh, you're a big fan of the tutorial videos on YouTube. Dude, welcome on in, man. Glad to meet the people that are watching the videos on YouTube. Glad you guys enjoy. And dude, it's always glad to meet the folks over at the YouTubes. Thank you for watching the videos, man. Thank you for supporting the channel by watching the videos. Also, if there's any type of videos that you guys would like me to make, you could always leave me an idea for a type of video that you guys want to see. If it is something I'm already working on, slowly, that I have in the background, I'll let you guys know that it's already being worked on. But, you know, wouldn't mind some ideas if you guys have some. Alright, now this part, I think I need to mine this and this. And then we just make the jump, right? And then technically, I could deconstruct all of that. CO2 over here shouldn't be a bad thing. Alright, so that allows me to do this. And then all the debris falls down. That's what I was trying to do. I haven't seen a single auto sweeper sweep the plants yet. Like, yeah, this guy just brought in the sulfur. Okay, no, we're fertilizing a little bit. That's not bad. Alright, so we're going to redo that a little bit. We're going to clean this up so that we have better lining up with everything. We mopped up the water, so I can mine this out now. I'm doing some orbital research right now. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm doing that as well. Sometimes you gotta hit them with the orbital data collection lab. Oh, you are sitting on muckroot. Are you starving? Oh, that is you. Okay, it's time to go home, man. It's time to go home. I don't want to see you die out there. So let's have them land. While we do the research for the rover. I play Oni, but I also like to watch other people play it. Nice, nice. That is a totally legal rocket design. Nice. Gotta refill that in. Yo, man, this guy's getting hit by the radiation. Alright. Starvation. Yep, he's gonna go. Oh, man. Alright, he has enough calories to survive, right? He has to catch his breath inside. This is already grounded. He's gonna make it, right? I think he's gonna make it. Let's go through the vacuum. Oh, he has grub fruit. He picked it up. What the hell? Alright, he's breathing. He's picking up his grub fruit. And he's gonna eat on his table. Wow, he's actually gonna walk all the way back. Just to eat on his table. There it is. Gets his calories back. Let's go. Okay, so he's not gonna die. Oop, research complete. So we got a rover attack. We can go back into Radbolt engine. And then from here, we could continue building. Well, first things first, I had to get rid of this, right? Go back outside. And then rocket platform. Oh, I have to click on this and then build above. So I need the rover engine. This has to be made out of steel, right? Based off of what I want to do. So I do that with steel. And then I also need the engine. Right? And then this is going to mean that the engine is 2 tiles. So this is 7, 8, 9. Oh, I can't do this with this rocket module. Oh, man. Because the problem is that this is 3 tiles. That's 1, 2, 3. And then I have 3 tiles left. The engine is 2 tiles. That means I only have 1 tile for the nose cone. And I need 2 tiles for the nose cone. That means I need to swap this out. For the nose cone. Okay, so this has to get removed. This has to be... Well, I have to cancel that first. Alright, we gotta remove this first. And then interior, let's cancel that. Man, feels bad. What's your favorite food type? It's probably gonna be this. Berry sludge. It doesn't spoil. It's so good because of that. It never rots. So this would be my favorite food. Alright, so that means we have a nose cone. And then we have the rocket engine. Alright, and then with this, we have 2 tiles. So... what can I add to this? Honestly, I would want to add another rover, but that's not possible. Because it's only 2 tiles. So this means that we get nothing. Yeah, we actually get nothing. The only thing I could do is a solar panel module. This is 2. I could get a battery module, but that's pointless. Alright, so it's going to be like this. Alright, let's make the meme set. So, up. And can I move this up? Oh, I can't. It can't be above the nose cone. Feels bad, dude. Can I move the nose cone down? I cannot. Okay. We're going to have to make another meme rocket like this. Which I think we should be able to do. Alright, so this is going to be our rover rocket to go into one of these 2 areas. This is Space Magma Swamp Marsh Metallic. I don't want to go here. Nothing here is anything I want. It's only the refined metals that I would want to go there for, which we don't need at the moment. So we're going to go to this one, because it has the radioactive biome. The earlier we discover the betas, the more refined uranium we get. So, we want to go there first. Not only that, there's water. Water is sweet. So we're going to want to do that. I think that's going to work pretty well. So we'll have that right there, waiting for the dupes to take care of business. This got mined out. We want to mine that so that the magma starts spilling again. It's already spilling a little bit. A lot of radiation from these guys right now, though. Alright, we'll wait for them to build that. We need this to be steel for specific reasons. We'll show you guys later why. Berry sludge is top tier, but I will say that my most commonly eaten food type in my colonies in every playthrough is probably barbecue. Barbecue, I think, is the food type that I eat the most in terms of how often I always get it. That's because barbecue is a great staple, you know? It's one of those things where it's like, it's just great to have. I think we're going to get more suits soon, which also means I probably need to expand the number of pumps I need to have, which requires me to requires me to tap into more of the magma biome area because I need the space to build upwards. So I think I need to just do this faster. Let's mine out that side, and then let's mine out this side. I also want to get this, and then we can mine out the bottom completely, and then we could line this up to there. Let the magma spill. Nice, nice. Alright, so the intake is just going to be regular pipeline. I'll use obsidian because I have way too much of it, and it's mad hot anyways. We'll just do it like that. Whoa, Steph. Stop getting burned. Steph, please. Just sits in the lava, dude. Like it's no problem. Alright, Steph, we're putting you back in the hospital. Stop taking damage. And then there's no new grubs. Okay, so this is my jail island for now. And this is my actual crawler jail. We should probably start ranching them soon. Get some bristleberries. This guy's anemic. Supply farming. Pure supplier. Build farm doctor. Man, these duplicate combinations I feel like got worse on the higher difficulties. It feels like that actually. Alright, we could actually mine that as well. And then I want to start mining these rocks. But this is technically holding the liquids here, which isn't a bad thing. Alright. I think we're going to do a weird strat like this. So we're just going to fill up these reservoirs with water and just remove from this area. And then another thing is I need to move my pump down. I need to move my pump down, man. I need this to melt right here. Are we no longer making anything? This is just not high enough on the priority list. Alright, let's make 5 things of steel. And then we have a lot of copper to make still. Which probably means I need more lime. Okay, they're just not doing that right now. That's fine. So it looks like we need some duplicate manpower. I think that means we're looking for a operator if they're not working on the machines enough. And maybe a supplier so that they could get the items to the machines faster. That's what it's looking like we need. The ladders still need to be built, that's fine. I probably do need a proper builder as well. I have one in the name of Scarlet Man, but we're going to need more. So I think at this point, since we have a lot of calories, we're going to start able to expand the size of the colony, which is probably going to be pretty important for us. We can mine this out now. And then hopefully this allows this level of magma to start spilling out. Alright, so technically I also want to connect that. Hopefully they don't stand in the lava while doing that. And then once this gets mined out, I should be able to mine out this layer, and then we'll start moving to the right. Flame coming in with the daily E makes me wonder, man. What is this letter E about? Makes me curious. Guys, E is for elephant. E is for ethanol. And flame is all about burning the ethanol, man. Oh, he's getting burned too, man. You gotta get out of there. Alright, so we need to mine this tile once Steph is okay. She's our only miner right now. She's on the triage. Oh, she's healthy. Nice, let's go. Gotta go now. See ya. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by, Charmage. E is for Urkel? Man, dude, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Alright, so we gotta get rid of this. And let's look at the radiation. This is pretty heavy. So it looks like I am going to need a wall toilet, right? Always gotta have one. And then we're going to need the plumbing, so it's gonna be... I'll probably use the granite for this. Just a straight line, right? Given what we need to do with this. And then 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be here, here. And then after we're done with that, we're gonna need plastic. And then we're also going to need a canister emptier right here. Alright, that should be fine. We'll fill this up right now as well. Get the engine ready. Grill, lab. Lab? No plastic. Oh no, we're fine with that. We're fine with that. It's because it's grounded. Jack Bull, hope you're doing well. I see you over there. What is good? Nothing there is hot, right? I just need to make sure nothing's hot on the ground. Alright, so that got mined out. The mafic is melting. That's kind of cool. That's going to be a pocket of molten lava. And then we could mine this out. And then technically that means we have a ladder there. Alright. Let's build this out. This is probably going to be granite. And then we mine this part. And then I think we get rid of the setup here. We're going to move everything up a tile. Looks alright, looks alright. Autosave lag. Every time I move the camera in here, man, it makes me think there's a gas. Keeps freaking me out, dude. Because if there's gas here, it's going to be a bad time. Oh, that got mined out in a second. Which probably means this is fine, right? And then technically this is a magma spill. Because we can't go into the pocket. And then we can just mine out the bottom. Ooh. Yeah, I think the moment we get this done, we can mine this out. It's going to be a lot of magma coming in. Look at Steph go. Oh, that melted. Feels bad. Which means the magma pulls down here instead of spilling. Oh, that's bad for me. And then technically I should mine the top layer after we get this ladder done. Food decayed, meal lines, that's fine. Soon that should not be happening anymore. Only 8 critters inside, good stuff. Wait, all the oh, the water stopped getting pumped. Can we mine this really quick? I need to move the pump, basically. Alright, we'll just move it to here. And we're probably gonna have to move it again. But at least for now, we'll move it down. We want this part to melt. And then we'll move it all the way to the bottom right here. But I need to keep this rolling so it melts faster. There's no more water cooling in the loot, dude. Feels bad. Okay, so how is the interior? They're working on it. Oh yeah, that means I need to get a pipeline on the outside. That goes into here. I'll use insulated. And then that's going to be water for us. They could reach that. We just need to wait for the dupe to get there. We can't reach the bottom over here, though. I want to mine out this chunk soon. And probably this chunk as well. 2 layers. Need that to spill. You know what we could do? That's kind of a meme. We could actually try to just build out insulated tiles in the magma to push it out. Or steel doors. Because we could close the door and it pushes the magma out. It's not going to delete the magma. We just need to push it out of the little crevices. Sometimes, man, there's a little bit of magma in the pockets that's hard to spill out. Airflow tiles. The problem... Yeah, actually, I could. Airflow with steel. Because I try to make airflow over here, Leofar. You know what happens? I have liquid copper right there now. Hey, man, I'm about to make some airflow tiles with copper. Oh, no, they melted. And then we have liquid copper right there, dude. Feels bad. I need to do it with steel. That's probably what I'll need to do it with. No. When you're building the blueprint, if the duplicant supplying the tile isn't the person building it, it's going to melt. Because you're building it in the pool of magma. So technically the vacuum doesn't matter. That's the problem. It's the fact that your duplicant will supply it and not build it, and then it has enough time for it to melt. At least that's what happened to me. Yeah, it can happen. Yep, it's tough times, man. Oh, my dupes are getting sick. They should make minor radiation sickness, like, show up on the sick duplicates. That would be very helpful, I think. Minor and major, and extreme. Because if they could do that, I feel like I'd have a little bit more understanding what's going on with my duplicates. Just saying, just saying. It'd be kind of nice. Alright, we're going to be waiting for that. Waiting for the ladder. We're able to pump again. That means we remove this. And then remove the pipeline. Is this... No, it's going to have to wait for the gas to warm up. Yeah, that's tough. We're also going to probably want to deodorize a lot of this. Should I try to put a deodorizer in here for the memes? And then we'll just start cleaning up the oxygen. Wouldn't be bad. Look at this guy, man. He has the radiation warts on him. Ooh, Shineth. Okay, look at these people. Builder, operator. That seems pretty good. This is like both the jobs that I technically need right now. I wouldn't mind an extra rocket pilot, especially one with digging ability. Gourmet, though, on that makes it kind of tough, because that means that managing the morale in space is going to be a little bit worse. However, they do have unpracticed artists, which should cancel out the gourmet trait. Increased decor will kind of offset it a little bit. Immune to food poisoning is kind of sweet. Rancher suit wearer, it's kind of useless. I think we take Camille, though. Early bird bonus is nice. The mole hands, you know, someone's going to be digging, especially with the suit. That's plus 13. And then irritable bowels, that's fine. And then squeamish is okay, too. So we'll take Camille. We finally have a new duplicant. Join the colonies. Oh, man, we are in. Alright, so Camille is going to be new. She's hanging out. I don't really mind that. And inside here, we have a new... We took out the muck root, and we have some fresh grapefruit. Nice. Do I want to send the guy in on a trip right now? That's the question. Yeah, we will. Let's go databanks. More databanks. Can't run out of the databanks, man. Are we not sweeping seeds? My dupe's a laser. Sweep that, sweep this. Wait a second. He's chilling in the water, like he's swimming. I guess that's because the water is not actually filled up all the way, so he's having an easy time. Water's coming in at 23, that's so weak. We need some hotter water, man. But having water coming in the cooling loop's not bad. We'll let it rotate a couple times before we forcefully drag it out. Oh, there it is. That got built. Alright, so we're going to be wanting to mine this out as soon as we can. That's going to be all stuff. Okay, that got built. This got built. So all we need now is to connect the water pipeline on the side. And then on this side, we need more plastic. We do that, and then we're going to move the rocketry. The control station right there. Because we need to have a lot of plastic here to prevent us from getting destroyed. The radiation's not a good time, man. Oh yeah, I forgot another thing. This needs to be oxygen. So we're going to be doing a platform setup, you know, short distance platform setup, so that we could start going to the other planets right here. We have a teleporter to this one, so I'm not too worried about that. The radiation's getting a man. Ooh, that got done. Okay, that was fast. We need to mine this. They're gonna have to swim in the magma to do that, though. That's a pain. So I have to risk Steph taking some damage. I hate to say that. Let's watch over Steph. Make sure she doesn't do anything too bad. First tile, first tile. Second tile, wow. Defiant. And now jumps into magma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, burn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, burn. And 2 more ticks. Nope, nope, just the 1 more. Okay, cool. So here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's perfect. So I could actually stand here and mine to the top. So this is going to spill out, hopefully. Shouldn't be too bad. This guy's chilling, getting his databanks. This guy's just eating, dude. So this is going to be oxygen. That's up the priority. It's built of plastic. This doesn't need power, so it's kind of sweet. Oh man, they're getting that radiation, dude. It's only 218. Yet they're, you know, struggling. You hate to see that kind of thing happen, man. You really do. So that means after we build the interior of this, we're going to try to avoid sending my duplicates out to the space radiation. Oh, man. Alright, it's just minor sickness. That's all we care about. How bad the sickness is. 55 is a little bit too much. I need to get the plastic towel here as well. Get these 3 and I think we're done. Make sure we don't drop off. Ice? Hold up. What the fuck? Why is there ice over here? That's totally not gonna freeze into steam. Sweep only ice? Dude, we need to mop that up, dude. Someone sweep that? Well, I don't have ice in my vacuum. Right next to my volcano. I mean, my magma pool. That's totally not dangerous. Come on, man. You can't be putting ice over there. Thank you, thank you. We got to take that out before it melts. Water is a liquid, and the heat transfer properties of a liquid and solid is not good. No, it's actually really good, which is why I'm scared. Which is why I'm scared. Alright, so we put that there now. We'll wait for that, mine this out. Technically, I should mine that out. No one is hurt. We're still sweeping at the bottom. Oh, they're hatched. Okay, we can break these guys out and then make our hatch ranch over here. So that means I have to start removing my ladders. This is at 21 degrees. That's fine. We'll start pulling the water. Oh, but it stops rolling if I don't have this pipeline connected. Okay, we got to keep it rolling then. Every other bubble is not bad. We're just slowly siphoning some of the water from the pool. Oh, and now this is all ice melted, so we can mine out the solids. That's actually kind of what we need to do. We need to mine out the solids. Alright, so technically, let's go down to here. And then we want to go out this way. That's solid, but it's not too bad. Alright, alright. This is filled up. I should empty it out and replace it. And then, how is the rocket? I want to do this, man. It's taking forever for my duplicates just to get some plastic up there, which is why I need the increased manpower. I wonder if it's a issue with how do I say this? Like, we just don't have enough people. It's a manpower thing, right? I'm gonna have to assume that it is. So I think we're gonna need to make a gym. That might be smart. Make a gym so duplicates could just run on a hamster wheel. Generate a little bit of power. And then that way travel's not gonna be an issue anymore. Captain Luke, I see you over there. Oh, look at that. TwitchCon 2022 San Diego. You get a badge for that, dude? Look at that. I didn't know you get a badge for that. That's pretty nice, man. Wait. So TwitchCon San Diego, it hasn't happened yet, right? Captain Luke? It hasn't happened yet? It's a thing that's going to happen soon, right? Like, when's TwitchCon? Didn't one just happen in Amsterdam? Yeah, if you get a ticket, you get a badge. Oh, that's baller, dude. Dude, I'm a collector. Like, when I play MMORPGs, like, I'm the guy that's achievement hunting, collecting all the items for the skins. Yo, man, y'all gotta get out of there. Stop sitting in the magma, dude. These guys, man. What are they doing? Right, so this is not spilling? Dude, heck. Happens in October, gotcha. Dude, man, that's why I'm, like, kind of jealous when I see the badge. Kind of jealous when I see the badge. You know how it be, man. Dude, this sucks. This is not spilling. Okay, so how long is this? I think it's because not... I think it might be because of this pool. Man. It might be because of this as well. But it's not spilling out anymore. Alright, I'm just gonna have to roll with it. We're gonna mine that. And then we're also gonna mine this. That's all mineable on the top of the ladder. Hopefully Steph doesn't get hurt. But hey, you're gonna be at TwitchCon. Nice. It's in San Diego. Are you gonna be there early, or are you just gonna be there just for the event? I think this is enough. 19 rads is not that bad. I wouldn't mind putting some more tiles there, just to make it a little bit easier. And then I need to remove this for a refrigerator. Bring some food with us. Thursday to Tuesday, I think. And is TwitchCon a weekend thing? I'm not sure on the dates. I really don't know anything about what's happening in TwitchCon because I'm not planning on going, sadly. So I'm very unfamiliar with it. Friday to Sunday. Oh, okay. So you're going to be there a couple extra days. That's awesome. Is there any of the spots you're going to want to hit up? There's a lot of good Mexican food over here. There's also some decent barbecue places. I mean, you're not in Texas, but there's some good barbecue places here. But I would say, dude, you need to get some of that Mexican food. If you are open to recommendations, I would recommend looking up a Mexican restaurant that serves birria tacos with a consomme. And then if you can, try to get a birria ramen. If you're into that stuff. That stuff is, I hear, is delicious. Oh, about the Italian food. There's a place in downtown that I need to check to see if they're still open. But it's really high quality food. But how do I say this? It's small portions, but the price of it is not bad. And it's because it's a smaller portion. And it's like just great Italian food. I used to go a lot back when I had an office job over there, but I haven't been there since. I don't know if they're still open.